This game is rated T for ages 13 and up. For more information, please go to esrb.org. Hello everyone, Gunvolt here, but you can call me KV, and welcome back to Let's Play Luminous Avenger X. In the last episode, we actually beat the game, so we beat the main story that happens in Luminous Avenger X, which is great, and that, I believe, is one of those, if you look in the upper right-hand corner of the title screen, there's that little, it's like a bonus chip marker. I believe that is one of the things that indicates. Those, I think, indicate basically progression to getting 100% in the game. I never got 100% because I believe that requires to get all S ranks, and I am not about that. So let us head back into our file. We have 12 missions cleared, but you notice the other file said 18. So what's going on with that? Well, first of all, we got no money from doing that final stage, which is dumb. But hey, it's fine. After all, if we go to mission, we now have these 2 more pages of missions to go. Special missions 1 through 6. We'll be tackling these, about probably 2 per episode. But before we get to that, there is a customization that we can use. However, it does cost something, and that is real-world currency. Believe it or not, Luminous Avenger X did have some DLC released. I believe it was free around its initial release, but then it became paid DLC, I think, at the beginning of 2020. It's not that expensive, to be honest, and basically what you get is you get this outfit changer, which activates this permission to change the look of Lola's idle mode. We're not going to do that just yet, but it's there, and it's a free thing you can just turn on and off at your leisure. All or Nothing is great for moving retry markers, but we're not going to have to worry about that if the missions are coming up. And half damage received during overdrive. This, I think I actually do want to put on, and I'll explain why in just a bit. So we're going to buy that. And these, not so much. So, if we go to talk now, the majority of the conversations we're going to see here now are going to be repeats from the main game. We might see some new ones. Like, this seems a bit new. How is it enchanted? Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever seen this conversation before. Oh. It's unscientific. Copen, as we established last episode, you're a mysterious robot boy. I think you can allow some unscientific things. I get that being a robot's probably scientific, but still! Yeah. Yeah, ain't that right, Copen? Oh, that's cute. There is one last thing I do want to mention. I don't want to take too much time this episode so we can get to the stages, but before I do, remember how I said, like, oh yeah, you have this ability to change Kohaku's costume? Well, we have that ability because I have a physical version of the game. I believe this was something extra you had to get as DLC if you had a digital version. However, there are more than just this costume. If I were to go and let's say to my home menu, hi Kirby, and was to, I don't know, go to my settings and then look at my clock and be like, and then be like, you know, that's not today's date at all. It is, you know, it's Halloween. You know, that's totally the date right now. And then I was to go back to the title screen. start my game up, and then be like, hey, how's it going, Kohaku? Hey, look, she has a new costume. There are certain costumes that you get based on the date that your console is at. Obviously, you can cheat like I did, or you can wait till the actual day. I do not know what Kohaku's trying to be here, but she looks cute, so good for her. Pumpkin suits? I don't know if Lola would like a pumpkin suit, but we'll worry about that later. I'll try to show off different costumes in the next episode, so I can go through and get all of them. There are... I don't know how many there are. I know there's one that's weird to get because it has a very specific date, but if you're looking for the holiday-specific ones, there's one for October 31st, one for December 25th, one for December 31st or January 1st, and there's one in April. The April one is supposed to be a summer outfit, so I don't know, I don't understand what that is. But yeah, you can cycle through all of them. We'll keep this one on for now because it's Halloween. It's almost Halloween time. Or actually, I think if this episode comes out, it will just be past Halloween. So happy late Halloween, everybody. That all said, again, these costumes only affect this particular screen. They don't affect when you're talking to people in the talking area or if you're doing a mission detail. So they are purely cosmetic and just there because they can be there. I do think that these costumes do reference some of the promotional artwork that they did for Luminous Avenger X as it was coming out. So, cool to check that out. Now then, if we go on to Special Mission 1, which is where we're going to go first, if we do mission details... Basically, we're going to get the same mission detail every time. Lola's going to show up and say, hey, this is what you need to do. It's going to be just special mission. Because of that, what I want to do is give special attention to the Lola songs. We haven't heard them that much so far in the Let's Play, so we're going to be listening to the Lola songs throughout the stages. Now you may be saying, that's kind of hard to do, you know, with Cautious. Yeah. We're going Gutless for the rest of the playthrough. The reason being is that Overdrive mode is when Lola is activated, so that ability we just got that has damage when we're in Overdrive mode is actually going to be very useful for what's coming up. The special missions, if you probably guessed, connect to the main 6 stages of the game. So with Special Mission 1, we're revisiting the supermarket area that we saw back in episode 2. So 10 episodes ago. And we're just here to have a good time. Now, the thing you'll probably notice is that this is actually the second half of... Or is this the first? It's weird. I think it's the second half. Basically, there were 2 halves to the stages in the main stages, but in the special missions, there's only 1 half. So you only get to do 1 part of the stage as opposed to the full stage. They are a little harder, like they have these spike things here and there, which weren't there before, and they also have their own separate bonus chips to find. The bonus chips are actually stored either in the exact same locations where you would have found them in the main stage, or in new locations because there wasn't a location for 4 of them previously. But now there is. So, we're going to take that. We want money as well, so we're going to be getting the money. But once we have 1,000 kudos, we can finally start listening to the music. This particular song goes to the stage, Chronicle of Our Lives. And if you haven't caught on, I've actually been naming all of the episodes after the Lola songs. Excluding with these episodes now, because we've actually exhausted all the songs. And Photon Detonator is just a great ability to have. It makes dealing with enemies a lot easier. And because the stages are a bit shorter, it's a lot easier to find the bonus chips in them, and it's a lot easier to clear them pretty fast. But they also have some decent money drops as well. so we'll be taking them. Chronicles of Our Lives is one of my favorite Lola songs from this game. It's just a very upbeat and happy song. At least from how it sounds. From what I understand, the subject matter of the song is actually a bit more serious, and future me, if you want to interject by looking at the lyrics and kind of giving more information on the song, that would be great. I didn't prep ahead in time for that, so that's my bad. But I just like the call and back. What is that musical term for like when you sing something and then you have a call and answer. There we go, call and answer. I like that part of the song. And for whatever reason, I don't think it's a song actually. Maybe it is. For whatever reason, some of the Lola songs remind me of Splatoon. I don't know why. That has nothing to do with the game, but just interesting that they remind me of it. Now, of course, if you get all the bonus chips, you get an extra 1,000, which is super helpful. And yeah, that's actually the stage. And with the stage done, we go to fight the boss. The boss of the stage, of course, being Rebelio. And before we go any further, I'm going to pull up some notes I have regarding this. Because there's actually some fun trivia that I want to talk to you about the Falcons that we fight. First thing to note, though, is that these are essentially harder refights. And by that, I mean, that would be his weakness. It didn't do a lot of damage, so we gotta do these pretty much ability-less. We need to use just our standard Copen abilities to fight these foes. Not that big of a deal, though, to be honest. So, Rebelio. Rebelio was actually 18 years old, which, when you consider, like, he was on death row, is kind of messed up. I guess that probably goes with his name. Like, maybe he was trying to do some kind of rebellion against Sumeragi, and that's why they wanted to put him on death row. All he really wanted to do was see his family, which is why he was engaging to fight Copen. And, like, that's the running theme with the majority of the Falcons. None of the Falcons that we fight in the game necessarily want to take out Copen. It's just they kind of have to, or else they won't get something of their desire, which really sucks. Now, Rebelio and all the other Falcons are actually based off of the Order of Choirs in the Christian mythology. Rebelio is actually based off the first choir, which is Seraphim, and with the choirs, those also tie into the Zodiac, so Rebelio's Zodiac is Aries, which makes sense. He's a sheep god. So that's a fun little detail about them. Another fun detail about them is that all of the Falcons' names come from different films, like that the staff really liked, I guess. And Rebelio's is the most interesting because he's named after a 2011 French historical drama called Rebellion, which I guess makes sense. You know, the whole he's only 18 years old thing, and I messed that up terribly. I don't think we've been caught by that yet, so that's what happens when you get caught by it. But yeah, I feel bad for a lot of the bosses that we fight, and it feels upsetting that they've essentially had to die because Demezril is just the worst thing and said, hey, you gotta do this or otherwise you don't get the thing you desire most. And all of the Falcons, except probably one, have really, like, wholesome desires that's kind of like, man, this is messed up. I hate everything. But that's Rebelio. Again, he's a sheep person. He's cool. I like him. I'm hoping that, you know, maybe the sequel do something weird and, like, they can come back to life or something. I don't know. That would be nice. Probably not, but it'd be nice. So we are on Gutless, which is going to be a great score. Yeah, B, but that's fine. We don't get anything for doing this special stages, per se. We just get to enjoy the special stages. There is something that we will get by doing the special stages, but I'm not going to tell you what that is quite yet. Now, if we were to go numerically, we should do 2 next, but for reasons, I don't want to do 2 next. I want to save that so it can be partnered up with a certain other character. So we're instead going to go straight to Special Mission 3. And again, if you talk to Lola, she's going to say the exact same thing. And we also want to change our jukebox. Original chord is... Oh, no, not... Actually, that was wrong. This is Kindled Spirits for this particular stage. So let's go. Getting money, getting score, like there's a lot of just fun stuff to keep replaying this game. I feel like the game's not over quite yet when you finish the story. You got a lot more fun things to do still. And as you can see, this particular stage, the Auto Fab plant, has already been pretty well overhauled with more spikes places, more of these explodey guys everywhere. So yeah. But luckily there's a bonus ship just right there at the very beginning, so that's easy enough. We do have to be careful with the explodies though. Not too... I mean, we can be a little reckless because we have a lot of bullets, so a lot of pervasion, but still. Maybe a little careful. Just a little bit. And then we'll get our next bonus chip. Now, I actually enabled the special outfit. Maybe a little hard to see, but Lola's outfit is a little bit different now. It's actually based on the outfit that her voice actress wore for some of the promotional concerts or videos that they did for this game, which I think is just really super cool. Her voice actress being Mayu Mineta. I believe I'm saying that wrong. Future me, correct me if I am wrong. Kindle Spirits as a song, like, I'm only judging these again based on how the song sounds, not necessarily by the lyrics. I am not a huge fan of this particular one. None of the Lola songs are bad, I would say, but this one, I'm kind of like, you know. It's a little too rambunctious for my tastes, if that makes any sense. It shows a lot of range for the singer, though, that's for sure. Ow. Up, 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 and away. There's checkpoint. There's chip number 3. If you've actually noticed, there are no checkpoints in these stages. You have to do the entire stage and boss in one go. Which is why I do recommend just doing it on Gutless, because A, you get music that's cool, and B, actually, it's mainly the music thing. These stages aren't too bad to do in any other Kudos mode. It's just more of just, you know, being careful, minding your pervasion, all that stuff. And of course, bouncing off the walls. Whee! You actually do get a little more points for doing an EX weapon in the air as opposed to a regular shot. The trick is to, of course, staying off the ground while you're doing that, so you can get them to start multiplying. You can eventually start getting just 100 points a pop for doing the EX destructions, which is nice. Anywho's, that is the end of this particular stage. Like Lola's hair is like specifically dressed up and it looks really cute. Like, I love this, and I really hope that the sequel game will have some kind of change like this as well. I know that she's going to have an additional form in that game. I'm not sure if that's like the outfit that I've seen Miss Mineta in thus far, but it would be cool nonetheless. Alright, so Crimm. Crimm is a joke with the weakness weapon. Problem, we cannot use the weakness weapon, or at least not that well. So this fight's actually a bit tougher than it usually is. That said, let me pull up some information on Crimm, who is by far the biggest jerk of all the Falcons. Crimm, he's 21 years old, you know, gotta use that young blood for your bad guys, I guess. For his Angel of Choirs, he is based off the 4th choir, which is Dominions and Lordships. And that also makes his 4th, his Zodiac then is also the 4th Zodiac, which is Cancer, which makes sense. He is a crab. He's got the crab claws and everything. In terms of, like, his design, like, if you think of the coloring and whatnot, his name is actually derived from the science fiction film Pacific Rim, the 2013 film by Guillermo del Toro. That pretty fun film. I've never seen it, but I've heard it's great. And when you look at him, yeah, he kind of does look like the Jaegers in that film. A little bit, anyways. His fight, unfortunately, takes forever because he has an annoying shield. But luckily, we have Pervasion, so we'll be fine. Now, as far as Crimm as just, you know, a person, he's horrible. Like, as I mentioned for Bellio, most of the Falcons we fight technically have a reason for fighting. Like, they have something they don't want to lose, essentially. Crimm's reason for fighting is he wants to blow stuff up. He's just an arsonist, he just wants to destroy stuff, he just wants to kill people. There is nothing, like, redeemable about him as a character. He's just the worst. So, in that sense, when it comes to, you know, the job of defeating Copen, I guess you could say he is probably the best at that job. Because he wants the world to burn. You know, as you do. And that's all the fun facts I have about Crimm. I don't like him. I don't like having to do this fight again because you can't just get rid of the things that easily. I don't like him as a person. And the only cool thing about him is that he's a crab and his name comes from Pacific Rim. That's it. That's the cool thing about him. That's it. Nothing else is cool about him. So, Crimm, just go away, please. No offense to the people who worked in developing Crimm, but I mean, if you want to make a character that we're supposed to hate, you did it correctly, because I don't like this guy. So, just Crimm, go away. Crimm? Crimm, go away. Okay, bye. Thanks. That fight just takes way too long without the weakness weapon. I do not like that shield part of this arsenal. That said, we got to see the new Lola form, and that was awesome. And we got to see at least Rebellio earlier, and we'll be going on to the rest of the special stages next time. So let's get our grade here, which is probably not going to be great. A B. I'm used to getting Bs. It's fine. So, with that all said, that ends off this episode of Let's Play Luminous Avenger X. We'll be back next time to take on more bonus stages and to show off some more Kohaku costumes. If you like this video, please consider hitting that like button below. If you want to see more content from me, please consider subscribing. Luminous Avenger X is available on multiple platforms. I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch, by highly recommend picking it up, as well as picking up its sequel, Luminous Avenger X2, when it comes out in early 2022. I'm good with numbers. Most importantly, of course, though, please have a wonderfully great day, and I will see you all on the next one. Until then, ciao.